What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning at the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Set. His name is Joe. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is the Rappel. Yes, we still have Joe and Rappel playing this game in 2021. With the release of Age of Empires 4, it's still a thing. We still have these guys playing. This game was played like yesterday or something. I'm not even sure. Anyways, we have the map Anatolia. We do have Joe going in with the set, and he's going to immediately be starting to get to convert these boar. So here's the problem. This is the problem you have to solve as an Odin player against Set on this map. The problem you have to solve is, how do you get two docks up? Sorry, how do you get all of your docks up with the animal control? So one answer is delay fishing ships, get two docks up straight away on the opponent's side, and try and get as many fish as you possibly can on one side of the water. The other solution is to utilize the wall segments in order to make sure your Ulfsark doesn't get killed in those on those side situations. We see the Higher Site going to be checking out this top location here, and I'm sure that Joe's going to be going for double side here in this game. There's Rapl now bringing his Ulfsark home as the fishing ship's starting to come through. But honestly, I think that one of the more prevalent solutions in this game is a little bit of metagaming. And simply because Set is a difficult god to beat doesn't mean you should just hit your head against a brick wall saying, how do I win this game? So a little bit of metagaming would be, one option would be to simply land rush this bottom side of the water. And if they don't, basically you just control it and you just keep building fishing ships out of one dock and you just land rush this location, take it down. It's very hard if they go through tar, because then they're shifting sands your units into their base, and that can be tough, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm just talking out of my ass. I actually have no real good idea for this matchup, but we'll see what Rappel's going to be going for here as we see the Skraeling going to be sneaking around here. I'm sure Joe will have noticed that. And the other thing that Set players have been known to do is also send their villager forward, which can be very, very frustrating. But Rappel will be getting up his dock on this top side of the map very soon. He does have those wall segments queued up here to get those up, and he doesn't quite finish them. Just 100 HP, 200 HP, completely fine, no problems there. Dock is on the way. Nice play for Rappel thus far, and Joe, he might be being good guy Joe, just allowing Rappel to get that dock up, but we see that second dock coming over here. Now here's the timing. This is where the metagaming comes in. Yes, we saw a double dock on this side, but if you knew this was how Joe was going to play, you could have gone one dock, and then had, let's just see, then Rappel could have had all of Joe's fish right now. He could have sent them all forward, had all of Joe's fish, and just moved backwards, and then just split the fish in half, and just said, you have the top, I have the bottom, and then being okay. But not doing that. And maybe you want to send a villager forward as well to shank. A little bit of shanky shanks. No. Anyways. Temple is up now for Rappel. Looking to go to the next age. Joe, on the other hand, he's going to be very, very late to the second age. Very, very late. And this is, again, if you know you're playing against Joe, you know that Joe's build orders are not crisp. You know they're not tight. So you want to be taking advantage of these greedy openings that Joe's doing. By shaking things up just a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Rappel go for like a fast heroic here through Njord, try and make that happen. Oh, and so very, very sad here. Rappel's Skraeling gets decimated. 5 HP, 1 HP remaining. Can he get away? He can get away. 4.8 speed. Oh, he has to click him though. He's going to stop. He's going to stop. Oh no! He was so young. He had such a bright future in front of you. Oh, no. He was a young Skraeling. He was a brave Skraeling. He will be missed forever. relics on the map. We do have the armor of Achilles here. This probably could have helped that Australian live. But Joe living the dream. Rappel saying, I got 2 fish up on this location. I thought he's got 3 fish on this location. But Joe's just got control of everything here. So super advantageous position. And let's see what Joe's going through. He's going through Anubis. I am surprised about Anubis here. I would assume that like most of the time Tar's better. Like there's so many cheeky things you can do with shifting sands. But now we see the Pharaoh moving forward with all of these animals. Obviously Anubis not quite in, so Rapl can get a little bit aggressive, but Rappel's going to just play around the fact that Joe's going to be hitting the classical age 545 in and pull back and having to defend this. He's actually going to have to look at getting himself watchtowers here as well. Is that coming through? No watchtowers. So he's going to get pushed off this location. Have to fight this a little bit. The villagers can get turned around in order to start sniping these balls where they are not Thor villagers, so no access to pig stick. Obviously, you probably wouldn't get that on a map like this, even against set. But there's the Plague of Serpents coming in onto this location. Going to be trying to take down these longboats as we see the cabinet does get sniped. The archer ships for Rapl going to be getting pulled back here. As now we see those Ursa trying to come back in. Nice micro from Joe. Still, as Rapl trying to snipe down these sea snakes. He's going to have to... It's going to slow him down a lot, but the defensive presence of these snakes, if you don't have any boats, is really not that much because you just sit out of range. Nice micro there from Rapl pulling Joe back. I still would have liked to have seen maybe Watchtower here as well. But there's the Anubite, and Joe loves Anubites. I wonder if he's making more. No, he's got no monument, but he's looking to go to the next age. Needs to start thinking about putting some villagers over onto this location here. And another thing he probably could have done, which would have really helped speed this process up, is if you went shifting sands, you could have just shifted villagers onto this dock, killed this off, and then chucked the mining camp here, and then just gone full land and attacked this location as well. But not the case, and he's going to be losing this bottom water as well, even while pumping units out. So Rapl, even after the even after Joe's incredibly good start, Rappel's doing okay. Rappel's doing okay here. He's actually doing okay. So we'll see how it's all going to go. As Rappel now making more of these Herser. Probably overdoing it, to be honest, on them. But he should be thinking about going to the next age fairly soon. Did he get himself per scene? He did, and oh no, the dock under fire. Got to bring those longboats back. These docks here, 1280 HP, a lot less HP than the Egyptian docks, even though they cost a lot more. Cost over double, and they don't have the same HP. I mean, the Nordics, they really need to learn how to construct their buildings better. I tell you what, these wooden buildings just not going to cut it. Not going to cut it at all. But there's the armory up for Rappel. Now, I know Rappel has an affinity with Njord, but this map, with this situation, basically any map, go Skadi. Please. Please go Skadi. Joe's going to be going Nephthys. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. He does have pickaxe, but just, you'll be right. No problems. Now we see the longboats coming in here, going to be starting to take down these boars.
Wedge.
So cabinet's moving forward here. And you see the fishing ships getting taken out. But Joe's defended his fish actually quite nicely thus far. So now Rappel's advantage is starting to look a little bit less good. But I'm sure Rappel will be in the next stage very shortly. Here we go. Moment of truth. Skadi! Yes! Joe, on the other hand, second talent center. Okay, so on Anatolia, this is a throw. This is a throw.
And
because you get the boosted economy, the earlier, like you just rush Mythic Age here with Egyptian is the best play most of the time, because you can just tornado your opponent's home base and then you kill them. But this town center costs gold, which you don't really have. You don't get access to your hill fort unit, your Migdol units. You have to go in with barracks units. It's a bit sad. Obviously, you have to make barracks units anyway, but you do want to go in with this hill fort units. And it's just all in all, you're giving you you're giving the Norse player time, which is not great. We do see Secrets of the Titans getting grabbed here, which is a funny relic to be grabbing, but I mean, maybe Joe's plan is to get a Titan out at some point. And we are going to be seeing Joe go for a third town center here. Like, he just needs just go heroic age. Like, what Rapl should do now is go Mythic age, but he's going for a town center. You just go Mythic age here, and you could possibly go Fimbulwinter and have a really, really good game against the 3 town center play here. Fimbulwinter push onto this town center, just end the game here. With like a 12:30 Mythic age, but not what's happening. And you also get access to those Yorman Elvers to push through this water as well. Could be absolutely huge. All those good things, but this town center is just going to slow everything down. And also, no hill fort straight away. Ouch. Ouch. Both of these players doing things that I don't agree with strategically on Age of Mythology of the Titans. But, you know, they're both good players, so maybe I don't know. I could not know. But, you know, it's what it is. We see that settlement is up now for Rappel. As the Avenger, the Nubai, no! He doesn't go to the Nubai, no! You know, we will see the hill fort coming up. This hill fort doesn't really defend a gold mine. These villagers might have to just move over here onto this location at some point. But we are seeing this this frost giant getting sniped down very, very nicely. Nice path blocking here by Rappel. So then we are seeing some more priests coming out, some more spearmen coming through. And Nephthys is on the way now for Joe. Joe has his eyes on this town center. We see a random granary checking things out over here, making sure he knows if a town center is on the way or not. It's actually quite smart from Joe. Rappel, on the other hand, coming out some more units. There's the hill fort up. You can see how many resources he has. Imagine Mythic Age. Just imagine. No one wants to imagine. Fair enough. See the villagers moving over here onto this large gold mine here. And we'll see what Joe's going to be able to do. Now Joe's going to be hitting that. Oh, there's the Fimbulwinter. So it's just the... Oh, man. It's just the ordering here. It does... So Rappel did have this idea in his mind that this was a good play. And I don't think he's wrong. He just had the ordering wrong. Tier, second town center, and you're fine. But second town center tier, and it just comes in that 30 seconds too late. And it makes everyone sad. We do see this Unibite going to town, though the Hersa will be able to snipe that one down. It is looking like this fight is going to go fairly decently. We do see Rappel pushing through in with these longboats, taking these down fairly nicely. More fishing ships coming out, but with the Yorman Elva incoming, it's going to be tough for Joe to hold on to this location for very long. But now we got Scorpion Men out. Rappel has to retreat. He did lose his Frost Giant. Starting to make some more, though. I feel like maybe holding on to that favor, maybe make one, hold on to that favor for Fenris Wolves here. Wouldn't be a bad idea, because look how spread out the map is. You've got villagers over here, you got villagers over here, you got villagers over here, you got villagers over here. The map is very spread for Fenris Wolves. Meanwhile, we see the... Wait, what happened here? How many villagers died? Those spearmen getting some good value here for Joe. There's another Frost Giant coming up, another hill fort coming through as this temple is starting to get taken down. This is a very, very nice attack from Joe as Rappel is going to have to deal with this. There's the ancestors coming through, and there's the frost as we see the temple staying alive with 5 HP. It goes down, but no Fenris Wolf. Oh, that's so sad. Oh no, he did get it. There's the Fenris Wolf. And there's the Yorman Elva. Okay, he got it. It's all good. It's all good. These are Ursa need to take down these minions, but it is what it is. Now you see the Longhouse over here. The Fenris Wolf Pack did hit this location here, so they should move over and start taking these villages down. He's only got 6 seconds left of it, so it's not going to be that useful. Though he did pick off a siege tower with it, and these villagers here got some big damage and did hit this as well. So all in all, decent value out of that Fimbulwinter there. Meanwhile, the Yorman Elva moving forward with 100 HP left, taking down some more Some more things. The dock's under fire. Now Rappel is going to be trying to transition into a kind of weird situation here. He needs to get this town center. He's got the tornado hitting his hometown center. This will take it down because we don't have fortified town centers. We don't have masons. That's the technology you really need against the Egyptian players, because it does keep your town centers alive against a tornado with about 200 HP or something. And Joe pulling back. Oh, and he hits the Avenger. Dead Avenger. Forest Fire. I like this Forest Fire. I think it does hit the town center as well. These Rhinoceros of Set getting pushed back here. Is this hitting the town center? I can't tell. No, it's not. That's sad. I like the Forest Fire, though. It's opening this location up to be attacked. But for some reason, Rapl retreating 123 of 115 population to Joe, who's 160 of 160 population. So, I mean, it's a lot of economy right now for Joe. Look at all these fishing ships kind of everywhere. And we see only ramming galleys. That many ramming galleys. These are 3 population each, right? No, that's 2. So he's got 22 population here. Rapl should just be pushing. He should just be pushing here. Oh, God. Joe's got 1 billion gold. He's got infinite gold. Joe's got infinite gold. Pushing is not possible. Rappel's in some... he's got his work cut out for him. He's going to be jumping up to 3 town centers. We do see a cheeky siege works here that's almost finished, but not quite finished enough. We do see a random dock up here. Maybe Rappel can get some Yormanelva raids onto the fishing economy here. Now we see Joe getting pushed back. These ramming galleys will have picked off all of the fish. So the question is, how much damage does this really do to Rappel? I think the answer is quite a bit, because he's going to have to start farming here. He's got a lot of wood, but that's about it. He's going to need that food economy coming in very, very quickly. I see the Jarls going after these villagers here. Nice play. The Frost Giants falling. Fenris Wolves over here are falling as well. Those Jarls get the damage done. This Migdol Stronghold is going up as Joe is very desperately trying to do so. I'm surprised to see Joe not making those mercenary just yet, because he so does love to make them. He's at 130 population right now. There he goes. Ask and you shall receive. Lots of villages falling here. Rapl is getting a lot of good value out of his Norse army right now. Do we have those upgrades for the spearmen? No. Joe's only probably got 1 monument here. He needs to get more monuments to get those spear upgrades out if he wants to make them do anything useful. Meanwhile, we see the Ulfsark going after these villages. Nice cheeky little raid here. As a longhouse going up, we see a random watchtower. 2 random watchtowers on this location here. So Rapl just retreats. Nicely. Well played. Sniping down these spears. Doing some good jobs here with them. Does he have the upgrade? Oh, no upgrade. Gotta get that Huntress Axe if you want them to get any serious damage done. Into you. You see those Huskarl pushing in, trying to take down the Chariot Archers. Doing some good stuff here. I'm not seeing this army comp quite working for Joe, but he's still pushing in here. And Joe, obviously, he's out of gold right now after having 2,000 for a little bit. Hasn't started his trade route. No market up. That's super surprising. These villagers over here doing some nice mining. Does he have all the upgrades? He's got quarry. But it is looking like Rapl is falling on his face right now, just due to, oh God, he's lost a lot of houses somewhere. Where did all those houses go? Rapl, wait, what? Where'd they die? Oh, the Oxy War Barge picks off 4 houses, 5, 6. All of these houses fall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 houses fall for Rapl, as Rappel's push is absolutely thwarted by one Oxy Warbarge here. And now Rapl is sneaking onto this gold mine over here. The Huskarl are here. And what does Rapl do? He's going to have to convert some Ulfsark in order to make these houses back up, because otherwise he's just sitting at 95 population, as Joe is going to stabilize. And once the Egyptian gets rolling here, that's going to be way too difficult for Rapl to deal with. But at this point, Rappel's got this concern, and this concern alone. He needs to hold on to this location here. See those chariot archers falling very, very quickly here. Nice play. The chariot archers dying, but Rapl is starting to get those houses up very, very slowly. There's one house here coming up now as well. Did we end up? We didn't end up finishing this dock. Very, very sad. But Joe still pushing. Does he have funeral rites? He does not have funeral rites. So these frost giants stay alive for quite some time, as more frost giants are getting built out. Rapl up to 140 population here. Still needs to get up to that 160 population. See those spearmen pushing through here. Spearmen are technically a soft counter to the Huskarl, although in practice, I think the Huskarl are simply just better than the spearmen, unless you have Horus upgrades. Specifically the HP upgrade. Because look, there's 166 HP to no HP, basically. So, that's really what it is. Now we see a catapult out for Joe. Joe is starting to get this location secured. He's got some walls up. He wants to start pushing here. Getting these catapult in with some towers is always a difficult task to deal with, as the catapults rolling in with all of these units here. We see the villagers pulling off of this location. We've got the champion Ulfsark out for Rapl. We'll see if this is going to work or not. The frost giants pushing through, going to try and take down these gates. We see these catapults slowly moving in, going to start taking down the town center. I'm not sure if Rapl is going to have what it takes to deal with this one here. Though the villagers getting pulled off, he may be able to take down the catapults quickly here, because there's no walls. Remember, siege towers and then catapults. Siege towers, walls, and then catapults. So the first wave of siege here normally should be... This is going to work, though, for Rapl. Sorry, for Joe. But the first wave of siege should be siege towers, while the siege towers are getting dealt with by villagers. Walls up, and then the catapults roll in to replace that population is generally what I'd like to see. But these champion infantry for Rapl starting to slowly move up onto this location, though the town center will be going down, as well as the frost giant there with the help of the pharaoh priest doing all that good stuff. There's the town center down. These ballista towers are up. Meanwhile, we do see a cheeky raid onto this location. Do we have bravery? We do have bravery. These Huskarl will do so much damage. It's like 25.6 damage, I believe, per attack. Per second, I should say. And obviously, the 50% hack armor does come into play as the spearmen circle back around. We do have these throwing axemen here ready to start sniping these guys down. But now, Joe going after this town center for himself, going to be grabbing that one up with the help of the pharaoh. And now the catapult can start eyeing down the home town center. So even if this town center does fall, which I'm not sure it will, as this villagers coming through to repair it. We've even got those mercenary cavalry coming out. How many resources in the back? Not a lot here to spam these mercenary out. The villagers trying to repair this one. No pharaoh here to empower, but he's currently keeping it at around 300 HP, so he's mitigating the damage. Those spearmen getting some good damage done. The throwing axemen damage is getting tanked right now by those mercenary cavalry. There's the town center up for Joe, up to 4 town centers here. The villagers run out of gold, though. The villagers run out of gold. He can sell, but he's not going to. And the town center does end up going down there. Nice little play for Rapl, but it is seeming like he is just too far behind. Now we see some siege towers coming in onto this location, looking to go in onto this town center, or maybe this town center here. It doesn't really matter, but Joe securing this corner here, preventing any sort of trade route shenanigans for Rapl. Rapl running out of gold on this location as well. He can move in to the middle gold mine for the time being, but still, Joe also no trade route, so both players will start running out of gold very shortly. There is this gold mine here as well. We'll see if this is going to matter or not. But now, I mean, obviously you just sell all your resources if you're Joe and just tank all of that that trade value. That's not happening just yet. And we see these ballister towers coming up very, very shortly. And Rappel will decide to tap out in this moment. No gold in the bank. No trade. Down a town center. Just no hope in this game remaining for him. It's sad. I feel like Rappel had some opportunity to win this game. Like this little play from Joe taking down these houses stopped all the momentum that Rappel had. If those houses were built safer, I think Rappel definitely had a big shot here in order to take this town center down and be in a very good position. And also definitely ordering the town center to after the Mythic Age on a water map. I think that's what a lot of the older pros, people like Magic, Mr. say about water maps. I think there was someone else who mentioned it, but I can't. It was Squash mentioned it as well, that on water maps, the second town center, third town center just are not as good as simply just taking to the next age, because everything is hyper accelerated because of the fish. Get there fast, and you can always get those town centers after you click up. But not what happened here in this game, and Rappel does not make it work. Joe gets the win. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.